Barbie! I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga!
Scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yuri, the trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Serious Podcast. My name is Jack. I am joined by Charlie. Unfortunately, our glorious and fearless leader, Hunter, is away this weekend celebrating. We hope that he is having a fantastic time. But today we are talking Disclosure Day. It's massive. In the words of Hunter. First, how we doing, boys?
Good, man. It's raining. I don't know how it is out in DC, but it's very dark and gloomy this morning. It was really nice yesterday, though.
Dude, it's on and off. It's like the problem is I want to watch some more movies, but I know that I have to sit down and study. But it's like we're getting these beautiful rainy days, and the aesthetic is so perfect. I just want to sit on my couch and turn on
Watch
everything on my watch list. I mean, there's no better weather than rain for a nice indoor movie day.
100%.
Not
rain and
not
snow.
that
Snow's pretty nice too.
Snow is nice too. I agree.
Yesterday during the sunny day, though, I split up a movie into 3 parts, and I finished it.
Dude,
I don't know if you saw what I watched.
Yeah, I saw it.
Literally saw it on Amazon, and it said 120 minutes. I'm getting to the point where it's like if I see it, regardless of the movie, if I see a movie that's 2 hours, 40 minutes, 2.5 hours plus, it's just very hard for me to click play because I just don't know if I'll have 2.5 hours to commit. But this one was 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I had seen reels or Facebook videos about it, and I was just I kind of want to watch it. My God, this was just. So I watched Superhero Movie, and I knew nothing about it, but it's pretty much the Spaceballs to Star Wars equivalent of this is to Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like the scary movie of Marvel movies, right? Or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw that come on my Letterboxd feed for that being something you watched, I just remember the last time we talked. You were like, dude, I got all these DVDs. There's so many movies here I haven't seen. Guys, what should I watch? And it's The Departed. And there's so many amazing movies. And then I'm the first movie I see you log was superhero movie. But hey, I feel those are good movies to break up because I don't really think sitting down and watching it throughout. I mean, sure, sitting down and watching it from end to end probably does help for a movie that is a little bit more dramatic or plays with your emotions a little bit more, but I highly doubt that a superhero movie was one of those.
No, yeah, it worked perfectly. It's actually the stupidest movie I think I've seen in the past 5 years. It is so dumb.
Isn't Drake Bell Spider-Man?
Yeah, well, he's Dragonfly, actually.
Dragonfly. Okay. Excuse
Dragonfly.
me. My goodness. Pardon me for my... But
some of the jokes though are actually pretty funny. I did laugh because I was just
I'm sure I mean I see the clips on TikTok and I'm you know what, I'm sure it's funny enough for it to come on my TikTok feed, but I just don't know if it's fun. It seems interesting enough for me to watch all of it.
Yeah, the clip I always see is titanium blades. They're made of, or they cut through diamonds. And then Drake.
I haven't seen that one.
It's so dumb. He's got these blades. He's titanium blades. They cut through diamonds. And then Drake Bell's Dragonfly goes, "I'm not wearing any diamonds." And then and then the bad guy's just and then he throws them all, and Dragonfly tries to dodge them all, and it hits him every time. And you just hear him going "Ow, ow!" It's this is so dumb.
No, it's funny though.
But yeah, I guess I can finish up what I watched.
Yeah. Did you watch anything else? I think there was one more thing that I saw you watch something.
Yeah. I've almost already exceeded. Oh wow, it's really raining out there.
Are you running on? Are you still running on Game of Thrones?
Yeah, we slowed down because Love
Okay.
Island started.
Oh, the real cinema is here.
I don't watch that, but
You're watching
Jenna
it together,
watches
so
that.
therefore,
Yeah.
word. Caitlin watches it too. I've watched The Bachelor before, and honestly, I think like at times it's like decent TV, but Love Island, especially right now when there's so many good things to watch,
just leave it at that. Not for me.
it's not on my list.
Yeah, that's okay. So we haven't gotten super far in Game of Thrones this week. Nothing really new to report. We're almost done with season 2.
Okay.
And I hear season 3 through 5 is like peak. So pretty fired.
That's what
up.
I've heard as well. I can't. I can't. Unfortunately, I feel like Game of Thrones is always something like, dude, you haven't seen Game of Thrones?
That's what's been
What?
like for me.
I
Because I,
know.
tell everyone I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and they're like, "Holy smokes,
Yeah.
have you seen Game of Thrones?" Oh no, I haven't. What? That is right up your alley if you like Lord of the Rings. It's like, well, okay. And I finally caved, and I'm glad I did because it's quite good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I watched superhero movie. I watched Disclosure Day, which we'll discuss, and I
Nice.
watched Enemy.
Oh, yeah,
With
Jake
Jake
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
How was that?
I thought it was fine. It's like I thought I'd have to think about it because it was at this point it was like a week ago that I saw it, so I'd have to recollect my thoughts. But I remember the end of the movie. One, I did not think it stuck the landing. I had to look up like the symbolism behind it, and I just thought it was kind of like weak.
Mm,
And then two, I think they could have just done more with the concept. Like it's a cool concept, but it felt very anticlimactic at times.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but
I have not seen it. That's kind of. I want to try and get through Villeneuve's filmography before Dune.
oh,
But-
was that him?
Pretty sure that's Denis.
Whoa, I did
I
not
could be
realize
tripping.
that.
Yeah,
I did not realize that.
it's got the G-Man though. Love the G-Man.
No, I mean it's well acted. It's
Yeah.
definitely well acted. It wasn't as. Jeez. I haven't had my coffee this morning. It wasn't as like compelling as I think it could have been.
Yeah.
But you know, now that you say it's Denis, that makes a lot of sense based on like the lighting.
Really? Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's like a
it
ton of
fits.
yellow kind of like hints.
Yeah.
About it. And I was watching with my roommate at one point. I'm like, it is so yellow right now. Which I feel like is very Denis. But that's all I have this week. I watched a lot of sports. Obviously, the NBA finals just wrapped up, so I was watching those. Didn't really watch the Stanley Cup. I guess that's still on, but
World Cup.
yeah, we watched USA. I'm not,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know where all these FIFA and World Cup fans are coming out of, but like, I just do not believe there are this many in the US. Like, I went to a bar and everyone's just like going nuts. It's like, no
It
way
is
you
funny.
guys actually care this much about. Like, where have you guys been?
Like I totally know people that just don't even like. They're not even soccer or football people, but as soon as you slap like the USA on it, they're like, "Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll be there." I'm like, all right, cool. That's all right.
Yeah,
But they got some momentum, so hopefully they can. That's probably one of the most entertaining games I've watched the U.S. men's team play in quite some time. So I'll take 4 goals if we can do that every game. Yes, please.
sign me up.
But do you want to move on to Disclosure Day?
Sure. But
All right.
did
So
you watch anything before?
I don't think I
Or do you
watched
wanna-
anything this week. Oh, I think I watched Not Suitable for Work. I watched one episode, the Hulu series.
Hmm.
It's a Mindy Kaling. I think that's how you say her name. I may be misremembering it, but it's on Hulu. It's kind of a new like young adults in the city almost kind of like a comedy type vibe. It's very fun. Funny enough, really the only reason, or not one of the only reasons, but like I thought I saw the trailer and it looked good, but this account on Instagram, it's like I think it's like a Always Friday TV or something,
Hmm.
or Almost Friday TV. Yeah, I'm totally butchering that. But one of the guys who like does the skits like got casted in the show,
Oh,
and he's like one of the main characters. I'm like, all right, like it's Will Angus. I don't know, but he's got like really funny stuff on Instagram with Almost Friday TV, and then he got put on the show, and it looked pretty good. And I was like, I could totally convince Caitlin to watch this, and we'd heard good things about it. Watch the first episode; it's a good time. I know you're deep in Game of Thrones right now, but if you guys just kind of want something like fun to turn on,
hmm.
like I think it's very fun, but I think it's also like very well made. It's not just like like it's very poorly produced and it's fun, but I feel like they get a lot of the tropes and like people that you've met post school down to a T, and they kind of have everyone that kind of represent those types of people. So I watched that.
I have seen this Will Angus guy. I remember this one sketch he does where it's like talking to someone that took a film class.
Yes, dude, that's like that's like one of my favorite videos. I reference that like way too much, dude. Because I'll be like, "Oh, you like the movie with the big shark with the big teeth? you like the movie about anxiety?" Yeah, but that's kind of how I got onto it. But if you have, I mean, I know sounds like you got other things to watch, but it's worth a watch for those listening as well. We've watched the first episode and it was pretty good.
Sweet.
But
for those listening, do not watch superhero movie. I don't know if that piqued your interest, but if it did, don't let it.
Did I talk about mid-90s last time we were on the podcast? Yeah, I did, because Hunter and I talked about Jonah Hill. Yep, I did.
Oh, I wasn't on last week.
Yep. Disclosure Day was the only movie we watched this week. And Disclosure Day, the synopsis we have. Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg's sci-fi thriller about the lead up to a worldwide revelation that humanity is not alone. The film follows TV meteorologist, a whistleblower whose actions could expose proof of extraterrestrial life, sparking global consequences. Teased as a blend of mystery, tension, and Spielberg's signature wonder, it's set to deliver spectacle, big ideas, and emotional impact. Charlie, this is quite a divisive movie.
It seems like it was, which I was not expecting.
Would you like to start with your non-spoiler thoughts?
Sure. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I'll start with that. I don't think this is a spoiler, but you watch the trailers and you think it's going to be very centered around aliens, and it certainly is to an extent, but it's more so like about the human race than it is about actual aliens and like kind of how we think and how we feel. And I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a compelling story. I thought most of the acting was good. Well, yeah, I would say. I don't know. I go back and forth. I will say about this. It took me about 20 minutes to get into it because I thought the acting and the script early on, I would say the script was pretty consistent throughout the whole movie. But early on, when the action hadn't really started and it was mostly dialogue, it was kind of hard for me to get into it because it's like I'm not loving the acting and I'm not loving the script. And oh well. But then once the action started, I think it looks great, and yeah, I don't really know what else to kind of touch on.
No, that's totally valid. And I feel like I've seen so many different opinions on this. People saying that they were like moved to tears, and unfortunately, I was not in that headspace at all.
Mhm.
Like when you say it took you like 20 minutes to kind of settle in and get adjusted to this whole world story. For me, I feel like I was like getting settled like the entire movie.
Really?
And I don't know what it is. And maybe I think it was just the things they decided to focus on within this story. And maybe some of the writing. I think Josh O'Connor's character, like as much as I love Josh O'Connor. We love Josh O'Connor on this podcast. We do. I feel like just about everything he's in, we rave about it. But I just feel like they did not give his character enough opportunity to like be his own character outside of Emily Blunt. And
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the end of the day, the way that I watch movies and the way that I appreciate movies is how they make me feel and the emotional impact that they have. And unfortunately, at the end of this one, I just did not have that. I will say, I think like the ending, it definitely does get a lot better. And kind of in our spoilers, I'll probably talk about that. But man, I was just I was a bit disappointed. I love Spielberg, and I think we all love Spielberg on the pod, but to me, I don't even know if this is necessarily his fault. I just think like the way that the story was written, or the way that the direction of the story, not necessarily I think the camera work was exciting. Like, I wish that every major blockbuster had camera work like this. You know, like I remember specifically the one scene in my head is like they get in the car and it goes like all the way around them. You know,
Trying to remember.
I feel like there's just several scenes where it's not just like a million different. It's not like the editing team has to go to town on this movie because they're just getting like a bunch of clips. It's just like continuous
Very
excitement
intentional.
and yeah, very intentional with how I mean, no doubt Spielberg was very intentional with how he shot this movie, but I just think the story falls a bit flat for me.
Yeah.
But if anyone is considering going to see it, I think clearly I think I'm the minority in this group saying that I didn't love it.
I thought Hunter didn't like it.
I don't think Hunter did either, but I think I'm seeing. I guess I would say I find myself in the middle, because a lot of my mutuals and a bunch of people I know on like the TikTok space are like just amazed by this movie. So and it's painful to not love this movie, just because like how much I love Spielberg movies, and the fact that this one kind of let me down. I was like so bummed about it.
Yeah.
Like I left the theater and I was like the most unhappy person in that entire theater. Because I don't know where you had this on your top 10, right?
For the year?
Yeah.
It's actually in my top 5.
For most anticipated at the beginning of the year. Do you remember if you had this on that list?
Oh, I don't know if I did.
Okay, fair enough. But I guess we can hop into spoilers now, if you want to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Main thing, and this is gonna sound so bad, and I've said it before, I really don't like Emily Blunt anymore as an actress.
Really?
Her face doesn't move, dude.
Wow.
I wish I could get my head out of it. I was telling Jenna, I'm like, I just like I cannot stand Emily Blunt. She's like, what? She was great. And she was great. Like, she acted very well. But her face does not move.
That's very funny you say that. I honestly, like, for some of the highlights of this movie for me, I'd probably throw her performance in there. Honestly, I don't think it bothers me that much.
Hopefully it doesn't bother you going forward, now that I've really doubled and
know.
tripled down on it. But
I know.
that took me out big time.
Well-
There were some plot points that just didn't make a ton of sense to me. Like Colin Firth's character just like giving up at the end.
I know.
That
I
made
know.
no sense.
And I think that what they're trying to do is like Emily Blunt's character, even when they escape that little trailer, I understand that she's able to like appear to different people as someone that they love or someone that they know, for that person to kind of have empathy on them and allow them to basically escape. Right? Like
Mhm.
but man, it was just such a
Like really?
I know. And not to say I wanted some big battle, but I would have liked it if they had a conversation together instead of just
Or
like
just wrap it up with a bow. Don't leave the gift unopened or unwrapped.
I feel like the conversation between Coleman Domingo and Colin Firth, I thought that was good. It gave us some more context behind his character. But even then, to me, most of these characters like felt like aliens. Like I could not connect to them like at all. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to try so hard. And I think Josh O'Connor's character, like with him going to jail and, you know, getting recruited, I think that storyline is like solid. And I think it's interesting and I want to care about it. But unfortunately, I just did not really care about Josh O'Connor's character really at all in the first place.
Yeah. I didn't care about
I
his
just feel like,
girlfriend.
dude, zero
She took me
chemistry.
out. Yeah.
Zero chemistry. Like
Yeah.
I was frustrated that they are depicted as like this couple or used to be couple, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't feel like they'd been together like at
Yeah, I felt
all.
like they didn't even know each. I mean, they were.
I know.
That's the thing. First 20 minutes, it's just dialogue, and they're telling each other like everything they don't know about each other, and they've been dating for how long? It's like okay.
I know. And
And then
again,
she joins in,
I
and then she's just like a liability.
yeah. And my biggest problem with this movie isn't like, oh, I wanted more like UFOs. I wanted more aliens. Like I was totally fine with the amount of aliens they gave us. There was something off with me connecting. And even Emily Blunt's character, dude. Like, I feel like up until she finds Josh O'Connor, her movie feels so different than everything else that's going on. I don't know if you felt this way or not.
Awesome.
I thought he was funny,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that it's like it was such an uneven balance for me that they kept going to like Josh O'Connor's storyline where like his girlfriend is about to get, Colin Firth is basically playing like mind tricks with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a very serious situation. And then you like hop over and it's like Emily Blunt and Wyatt Russell in this, like, it feels like a rom-com almost. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, I don't hate a rom-com. It's just like, I feel like in a movie like this, when you're kind of asking me to take yourself a little bit more seriously, I had a harder time doing that. I think because of like a tonal inconsistency.
Right. Yeah, I think it just kind of missed. I don't know. I mean, I still give it 4. Like, I really liked it.
Yeah. What were the things that you really loved?
I think just the idea of aliens.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
easy to get me fired up about a movie like that. I thought the action was great. Like that's what I'm saying. After 20 minutes, when it wasn't just purely dialogue, and you got me with some of the action, I was like, okay, like I'm in. Like I can get behind this. I really liked Coleman Domingo's character. I liked his performance. And the score. I did really like the score.
Score was good. John Williams delivers yet again.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the strongest 4-star. Like I'd probably give it like a 76.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I didn't think it was any worse than that.
Yeah, I'm at a 61 right now.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
just brutal.
It's a bummer though. Like, I mean, we all heard such great things. Everyone was raving about this movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm
I
glad that
kinda,
you enjoyed it.
yeah, I mean, it could have also candidly been just like the magic of the movie theater. It's been a while. It was a rainy night. I was with
Yeah.
Jenna, and it's like
I get that.
all of that could have inflated my score half a star for all I know. But I kind of went in thinking like, okay, probably a 4. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 4.5 because I heard such great things. It's Spielberg. It's pretty solid cast, all things considered. I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but it was just not what I expected.
Yeah. And I think my 3-star rating is very dependent upon Spielberg's direction. Because I think if anyone else directs this movie, I think I give it like 2.5, 2 stars. Like, I think a lot of the appreciation that I have for this movie comes from how we shot certain scenes or the blocking. Like, it worked. But I think the story as a whole just did not land for me. And I'm so bummed that it didn't work. But I think for me, it's also like I feel like they wanted to try and touch on very interesting topics, but I don't think they discussed them nearly as much as I thought they would. And maybe that's like an expectation thing. But like, for example, they have the idea, if aliens are real, what does that do to one's faith and their idea of religion?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the nuns were in there like solely. They have, the one line, why would he make such a vast universe only for us? It's in the trailer. Like, that got me amped. I'm like, all right, they're really going to explore something really interesting here. And that's really to the extent that they take a look at it.
Yeah. It's very brief.
And sure, you have I'm totally blanking on Josh O'Connor's girlfriend's name. That's on me. Jane. Jane obviously has this internal conflict with whether she should release the information, what that would do to people's personal faith. At the end of the day, she decides to release it because it's her. She's the one who brings the object to Emily Blunt to finish off, bring the power back. But it's also just kind of like, I just felt like there was like no stakes just about the entire movie, and it was so frustrating because whenever there was a problem, like 2 seconds later, it'd get fixed. Like, sure, maybe the train sequence, maybe there's I don't even know if there's like sure, it was like a cool set piece to have like a car slam into a train, but I'm like, all right, these are our 2 main characters. They're not going to kill them off they just didn't make me believe that these 2 are really in danger in that moment.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like it's like the stakes are almost always much higher if you're facing death, as a consequence. But the consequence was just taking their stuff and giving them like a slap on the wrist. Like, no, you cannot reveal this information.
I mean, I feel like probably the highest stakes I felt that wasn't like immediately solved was like the scene where Colin Firth basically becomes Jane and tries to kill Josh O'Connor in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I was interested in that. I thought that was really cool. I thought what they did with those sequences where he kind of like spawned like into her, like the scene in the hotel where she kind of just like wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I thought that was like super cool.
It's eerie.
But I do think for as the little amount that we know about Colin Firth's character, he's just kind of like this big bad evil villain. Yeah, like he doesn't want this information to see the light of day. And at the very end, he just kind of like sits down. He's like, I'm gonna let her release it.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the conversation with Colin Domingo. It's a good conversation,
But it didn't. That didn't move the needle. That wasn't what swayed him.
No. Oh, I think I lost you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks.
Also, I'm just gonna say at the ending overall stunk.
See, for me, if I felt like I was attached to the story, I would have been like, yeah, I love the ending. I feel like the idea that, okay, instead of jumping into conflict, let's try and like listen and understand one another. I love this idea of empathy. I do. But I just didn't feel anything in the movie. And in that moment, I didn't feel anything either.
Right.
I think it was what they did with the alien was great. Like the alien he was the one pulling the strings the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that told Colman Domingo to hire, Josh O'Connor's character and bring him in. Like he knew his purpose, everything. And I think at the end when they whisper and then she goes and she's like, listen, I think that's a good message. I think it's like, yeah, we probably should listen to people before we immediately like hop onto them. I think that's just a general message that most people could hear right now.
Yeah.
With that being said, I was so frustrated because when we got to that point in the movie, I was like, all right, like I could watch another like 45 minutes because I didn't even feel like I'd gotten into anything in the story that to me felt worthwhile.
I'm surprised you gave it this high of a score. If
I know, and I think I'm giving it this high of a score because I think Spielberg does a solid job of like almost transporting you into this this chase, everything that's going on. Like I said, I think I'd probably give this closer like a 2 or 2.5 stars if he's probably not attached to this project.
Fair.
Which maybe is not the right thing to say, but I really, walking out of this movie, I was not a fan. So that might be Disclosure Day. Charlie, do you have anything else you wanna share on Disclosure Day?
No, I don't think so. Jenna had a great time. Jenna gave it 4.5.
I love that, man. And I love, that's the great thing about movies. I feel like I can go, you can go, we can have completely different experiences. The best part is when we have a similar experience because it's fun because it feels shared. But hey, we're so glad that Jenna loved it and that there's clearly people out there loving it too.
Well, I think I've told you this. It's just nice seeing people happy about something,
Yes.
Whenever I go to the movies with Jenna after the movie, if I like ask, like, oh, what'd you think? It's always like the best when she's like, I loved it.
Yeah. I agree. And going to the movies with someone and they're just like, what they just watched is like, they think is the coolest thing ever. They just want to talk about it the entire way home. Like that's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, like I'd go see like the Avengers movies with my dad and my brother, and we'd all like drive back in the same car. And it's just like, we'd all just talk about it, and those were just like such like fun memories. And I feel like you remember that, like seeing a movie that you both liked. I feel like that's kind of like a fun memory that personally I can recall those when they happen.
I can still recall.
Shout out Colin Firth, man.
Yeah.
Our Mamma Mia king. I know Caitlin was excited about Colin Firth. I don't know how Jenna felt about.
I don't know
Colin
if Jenna
Firth
knew the
being in
name because Jenna asked who's in it. I'm like, Emily Blunt. She's like, who else? I go, Josh O'Connor. What's he in? Coleman Domingo. What's he in? Colin Firth. What's he in? I don't think she knew.
Colin
him.
Firth. I feel like all the
His
ladies
character.
know him from Mamma Mia. But yeah, I totally get
She
that.
would recognize. Yeah, I don't know if she recognized him because he had the beard. He's much older now, but
I know.
if I like pointed him out in Mamma Mia, I think she would definitely recognize him.
Yeah. Well, that is Disclosure Day, and now we're going to hear a message from Mr. Hunter and his review of Disclosure Day. So give it a listen. All right. Thank you, Hunter. That was
really good.
quite nice. That was fantastic, Hunter.
Say that again.
But it's kind of fantastic. But moving into news, we do not have a lot of news or a lot of trailers this week. But I will say, in my opinion, just about every piece of news or trailers, there's something big here. So, first off, we got our first teaser trailer for Scooby-Doo. And we see Scooby-Doo and Shaggy reunite. And a lot of people are upset with how Scooby-Doo looks. Charlie, you've seen this photo, right?
He's a dog.
Like,
He's quite
people
literally
are
a
upset
dog.
that he's not.
A
I want
human
to
dog.
say he's a baby. What, Great Dane?
Kind of looks like
Or
that, like a
Scooby's
lab
just a
type
Great
thing.
Dane.
Kinda
But
looks like a lab.
I know
He's really
it doesn't
cute.
look like a Great Dane. He is adorable, but the internet was having a field day. They're like, not my Scooby-Doo. It's like, okay, fair enough. But again, it's gonna be hard to top those early 2000s Scooby-Doo movies live action. Like, those were just incredible.
Peak. I mean, I don't really mind it. It's a really cute dog, and I don't
either.
I don't need to have like a human dog like in the early 2000s.
I think it's funny that it's like a real dog too. Or at least it looks like a real dog. Like, it doesn't look like
gotta
a
be
CGI. Even if it is CGI, like, it looks good. So
does look good.
I'm very interested to see. It sounds like the original voice actors are returning for the series, but the real question is, what's Scooby going to look like when he grows up? You know,
That voice would be a little bit weird now that I think about it on a little puppy.
yeah. So I think the puppy is just kind of like maybe a flashback, or in the cast or the mystery gang is very young in this series.
It's like McKenna
they're all
Grace, right?
like young adults almost, but not like, I don't know. I feel like the early 2000s Scooby-Doo series, we got like all of Shaggy, everyone is probably at least like 26.
Yeah.
You know, as we're in this one, like they're probably like 20, 21. So again, they have my attention. But
it's a really cute dog.
I know it is. The dog will be on our title card for this week. So if you don't know what he looks like, take a look there.
You'll see it there.
Or just look it up online. There's plenty of ways to do it. This next piece of news, Charlie, has me amped.
Yeah.
24 Jump Street.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think I need to say anything else.
Wait, when was 23 Jump Street released?
It wasn't.
They're just going straight to 24.
21, 22. They're going straight to 24.
Holy smokes.
And I feel like for how long it took them to do it, 24 feels fitting.
Do you think, I actually had this debate last night. It wasn't really a debate. It was just like a very brief conversation. Do you think Jonah Hill's breakout was 21 Jump Street or Superbad?
I feel like it's got to be Superbad, right?
That's what I thought.
I mean, I feel like 21, 22 Jump Street I mean, iconic, super bad. I'd say just if not more.
That's
Iconic.
generational,
Yeah, it is.
iconic.
And I think like that's like a breakout role for him. And it's funny because like I've watched so many comedy movies, and you just like see Jonah Hill like in the background somewhere, and you can just tell he's like trying to get his footing and like find what character he plays best. Like dude, he was in like the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he's like someone that just shows
In,
up at like
the computer
eBay,
store. Yeah, eBay.
the eBay shop, and I'm just like it's so funny because he has these like really small roles, you know, but then he has like his break, which I can't say what his breakout was just because I'm like, I grew up on his movies, but I never like watched them in theaters when they came out. So I can't really put a point down and say this is where he broke out. But if I were to have to take a guess, I'd say Superbad would probably be it.
That's what I thought too.
Because you have Superbad in 2007. He's a main character. You got 21 Jump Street 2012. So you got like a little 5-year gap in between there. And he does a couple things. He does Night of the Museum Battle of the Smithsonian with Sean Levy.
Brennan.
Oh, dude, I forgot he was in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah, he's one of the kids.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, dude, I'm just saying, I'm so pumped. They're trying to get Ice Cube, Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill. And the funny thing is, last week, Hunter and I were talking about mid-90s, Jonah Hill's directorial debut. I watched it last week. Great movie, by the way. It's like 90 minutes. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. But we were like, oh, dude, wouldn't we love for Jonah Hill to just return back to form and just be the amazing director, the amazing actor we know he is? And then literally this news comes out.
You guys called
4 days later. We did. And I know Hunter let us know in the chat, but dude, I am so amped for this movie. Just because there were so many nights where you're just hanging out with friends. Like middle school, high school. You just turn on 21, 22 Jump Street and everybody's just having an amazing time.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited.
Now any generation will get that.
I'm so amped for the idea that we can go to the theaters and experience, like, this is gonna make all the money, right?
Is it? Do we know it's going to theaters? It's not a streaming movie?
To me, I feel like it's like a cult classic. I'm not gonna say it is super bad, but I'd say it's like in that range. I think people consider the Jump Street movies to be so iconic.
Yeah, but like Happy Gilmore 2.
I feel like that's different.
Do you?
I feel like both 21 and 22 Jump Street are both good movies. And I will say, sure, there is a way they could. I personally, is a hot take. I don't think Happy Gilmore, the first movie, is all that great anyway.
Okay.
But then I think they just went overboard and they're like, let's see how many people we can squeeze into this movie. I think in 24 Jump Street, if they really just stick to their guns and like do what they've done for the past 2 movies, they're gonna have a success. Like it's gonna be great. Excited to get more details. I'm not too worried about it. Apparently Jonah Hill wrote it. I know Jonah Hill has been on kind of a he hasn't been on fire as much as he used to be. But I think this is a great opportunity to bring him back into the into the view, the casual viewer. Yes.
Do we know when this will release?
I don't see a date. I just see that it's in the works. So if it's in the works now, I don't know. I mean, wishful thinking would be what, like late 2027, but they normally need a lot of time to make one of these. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't take too long to make one of these movies, considering that there's not like massive action set pieces. Like it's a lot of humor. So I feel like they could probably pull this together maybe by 2027 or early 2028. That's
Yeah.
it's coming from someone that genuinely has no idea when this will come out. So do not take that
Just
as,
off of vibes.
Yeah, just off of vibes. But that's 24 Jump Street. And then the next big news is it's a rumor that Sebastian Stan is potentially not playing Two-Face.
What?
Did you not hear this?
No.
So it's rumored that Sebastian Stan is no longer rumored to play Two-Face, but instead he's rumored to play Victor Zsasz.
Oh, so for our listeners who don't know who Victor
Yes,
Zsasz is,
me included. So from what it says online, Zsasz is a character created by Alan Grant, who first appeared in 1992's Batman Shadow of the Bat. Victor is a psychopathic serial killer known for carving a tally mark on himself for each victim. Yeah.
he's like Killmonger.
Yeah. Or I guess they got the MCU got that idea from them. Or I'm sure they probably got that idea from someone else too. But crazy. And I don't know. Would I like to see him as Two-Face? Yeah, I think he'd kill it. But I think no matter what he does in this movie, he's going to
He'll
knock
excel.
it out of the park.
Yeah, he'll excel
What?
in any role.
Yeah.
Would have been cool to see. I mean, it'll be cool to see him as any, maniac. And it sounds like.
And I think we've already gotten
Two-Face
such a great Two-Face.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Eckhart is genuinely a great Two-Face. So, and in The Dark Knight, I just feel like what I like so much about the Batman is that they take someone like the Riddler and turn him into this like very fearful and like terrifying character as opposed to what we'd seen in past movies, and not just like some dude decked out in a green suit hopping all around the place,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure I think they could have a different spin on Two-Face or Harvey Dent if they really wanted to do that. But I'd rather just kind of see something different. So Victor Zsasz, if that's the case. We also got our first shot of the Batman. I don't know if you saw that online, Charlie. They announced that the Batman is officially filming. And Matt Reeves shared a picture on socials of the opening scene of the movie, which it looks like they're almost at like a morgue, and they're looking at a body. So, again, I'm beyond excited for this movie. Cannot wait for it to come out. I can't believe that every day we get closer and closer. So,
And then
I'm in.
we'll at the end we'll see David Cornswept.
No.
How about
No.
no?
But that's it for news. And we had 2 super fun trailers this week. I guess I'll start off with Heart of the Beast. Charlie, did you see the Brad Pitt trailer?
I did, and I'm going to be so honest. This felt very off-brand for Brad Pitt.
I'm right there with you.
I
totally
literally
agree.
watched this and like, this feels like a prime random streaming movie. Like, what is Brad Pitt doing in this movie?
I know. It did not make sense to me. I think
For
especially
our
after being in-
listeners, it's Brad Pitt, and correct me if I get any of this wrong. He appears to
Yeah.
be either in the military or a veteran. It's one of those movies where it looks like it's really just him in it, and he and this dog are like really good. They're partners pretty much. They've seen a lot together, but then they crash land in this forest and have to survive, is my understanding. So it's kind of like Hatchet-esque, but maybe a little bit more.
Yep.
More.
Yep. He's a former soldier. He has some PTSD.
Yeah. But it just felt very
along with the
off-brand.
dog. I know. And David Ayer, I feel like we are a fan of his work on the podcast. David Ayer, the director of The Beekeeper.
Oh yeah, you know we're a fan of David Ayer.
David Ayer, the director of Fury.
Have not seen
David Ayer, the director of A Working Man.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I think
He's
if
consistent.
there is someone that could turn this into like a kind of enjoyable watch, I think David Ayer has the possibility of doing that. With that being said, if there's something else coming out that weekend, I'm probably going to see that. Right? Like I'm after seeing the trailer, I'm not all that interested, but man, I feel like Brad Pitt could do just about anything he wants right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice.
And I'm very interested as to maybe hopefully there's like a media tour before this movie, but I'd really love to hear his thoughts on how he got attached to this project.
Yeah. I don't know, just this kind of feels like one that'll come out and no one will be aware of it or talk about it or see it, and then it's just gonna never be thought about or touched again, you know?
We'll see. Well, hopefully it's a glorious team up between
Hopefully.
two.
One can hope, yeah.
Yeah, but I really don't think I have much left on that. I was kind of bummed out by that trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
No, I don't.
And then he's got Cliff Booth series coming out later this year. I'm just like, man, I like Cliff Booth, and I think the trailer looked fun, but man, we had Brad Pitt in F1, and we loved F1. We loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to see him getting caught up with some prime time directors again.
He's past his prime. I mean, he's like 60 now, right?
Nah, man. It's never past his prime.
Fair enough.
There's always more prime to pull up.
More prime for the
dig
pit.
out. Yeah. But now we're on to the biggest trailer of the week. We have Aaron Sorkin's The Social Reckoning. For those that don't know, The Social Reckoning is the follow-up to The Social Network, dramatizing, the real events of Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen, I think I'm saying that right, and journalist Jeff Horowitz as they expose the platform's harmful practices set 17 years after the original. It promises sharp dialogue, intense drama, and moral complexity, backed by a strong cast led by Mikey Madison, Jeremy Allen White, and Jeremy Strong. Charlie, what'd you think?
Looked great. I thought it looked great.
Really?
Jeremy Strong. Yeah. You didn't think so?
I love Jeremy Strong here.
I do too. The one thing that gives me pause is it's a different director.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Same writer, which is encouraging, but what's his name? Aaron Sorkin. Is that his name?
Yeah. Yep.
He doesn't really have a lot of directorial experience. Not that that's a problem. I mean, we've seen success like with Sorry Baby and what's the one that just came? Backrooms. Like, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
But, always gives me more confidence when it's like a reputable, established director. But I thought it looked very good. I don't think I'm overly a Jeremy Allen White fan. I love Mikey Madison. I think Jeremy Strong looks great here. I don't really know what the story is that they're telling though. Do you? Is it just about like later on kind of the issues with Facebook and kind of like social?
Yeah, I mean it sounds like basically the app pushing harmful or divisive content to viewers just because it's good for their platform, and essentially that information coming to light. And I want to read into it and I want to look into it, but at the same time, I kind of want to watch the movie and then pair up what's real and what's not.
See, that's interesting.
Maybe that's the wrong way to go about things.
A lot of that stuff is very recent. Like all the harmful content and kind of the contention around that, like that's still ongoing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd be curious if they touch on a lot of like current stuff, or if it's all from, I don't know, 2015 to 2020, or like how they're gonna approach that. I do remember in like I get in the Dumb Money biopic. I don't know if you saw that. It was
Yeah,
about
I
the
did.
GameStop short squeeze. And my main issue with that was like I feel like that story was still like fresh out of the oven, and they came
Yeah.
out with a movie about it, and it was just like, okay, like I don't really love how, like, if it was 30 years in the future and they made a movie about the GameStop and they like really, not exaggerated things, but made a movie out of it, I think it would have been more
Yeah.
impactful. But it was so fresh that it was like, okay, it's like I read about this on the news last week. So
Yeah.
that I think is a risk with this movie if they do touch on a lot of current stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think there's something about it being a current event, because I think there already are ongoing conversations, and we can already say for ourselves that, the more you're on social media, there's certainly a direct correlation between how much you're on social media and how you are doing mentally and
Mhm.
physically. Right? Like, and I think there are ongoing conversations on the problems with social media. So I'd be very interested to see what this story and what this movie and how it contributes to that conversation, without feeling like they're just beating you over the head with something that you kind of already know. You know? And I think it sounds like this is from the trailer, it feels like it's a very intense, or they try to make it feel very intense, like they're uncovering this information in real time. And to me, when I think of a movie that is trying to focus on like the, journalistic integrity of uncovering like a big scandal or something that's going on in corporate America, I mean, easily the first thing that I think of is All the President's Men. Like, to me, that is the blueprint that every story that deals with the subject matter of trying to bring information to light, like that is what every movie should try and do.
Mm-hmm.
If they can even capture just a sliver of what they did there, like whatever movie they make, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm just very interested. I don't know. Like, I don't know how they say something new, because I feel like all these avenues have already been discussed, and I think they are going to talk about, I even think they're going to talk about like January 6th in this movie. I want to say I saw a tweet, or I remember Hunter and I discussing that on the pod. I mean, I think they're going to discuss a wide variety of topics in this movie. So I'm very interested. But in terms of what?
I was just going to, you continue, and then I'm going to make a joke.
I will say Jeremy Strong alone is going to get me to go see this in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't think I didn't love that they added in the score at the end, though, from The Social Network.
I didn't notice that.
I think they need to distance themselves from that movie. I understand they're related, same writer, but these are very different stories.
Yeah.
And I think The Social Network has this level of prestige, especially amongst, I feel like everyone considers that to be one of the best, maybe like biopics, if that's really what you want to call it. But I think if you instantly try and compare your movie to that, like, I think it's going to fail miserably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this movie can be, this movie can be phenomenal, but there's still going to be a group of people that held back by nostalgia that are like, oh, this does not hit anywhere close to The Social Network.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if they continue to just like harp on, oh yeah, I wrote The Social Network. Remember The Social Network? Like, yeah, we were a part of making that too. Like, this is like actually the second movie but only like one person is returning. The rider, like, I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What was your joke, Charlie?
My joke was, why make a biopic about something? If we're gonna make a biopic about something really recent, why would we choose this? Why would we not choose the Indiana Hoosier football team?
Come on, dude. It's inevitable, right?
I mean, it actually is inevitable. Like, it will come out.
Like somebody, dude. Who do you think would play Coach Sig?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Coach and Fernando.
And maybe this is top of mind. Dude, you know who I think would kill a Coach Sig? Do you know?
I don't know.
Nick Cage.
No.
Ah,
No. That's
I feel like he.
Jack. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a tough take. I don't like that take.
Well, who else would you think would play Coach
Anyone
Sig?
else?
Anyone else?
Anyone else? I don't know. I'd have to think.
Like, I think that Nick Cage could get down the calm and coolness of Coach Sig, but also the, like, when he's talking, he's talking his crap into the TV. Like, I think he could nail that too. And I think the look, honestly, like, it's not like they certainly do not look alike. But I think they could make it work. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take. I really don't. I feel like I would love Nick. I would love Nick Cage as Coach Sig. I'm throwing that out there. I'm manifesting that.
Distance myself.
And I know he's got his Madden movie coming out, so that's already a lot. But I don't know. Charlie, who would you have play Fernando Mendoza?
I don't know. I'd have to think. I don't want to give an answer right now in case it's like, yeah, I know I can do better if I really put some thought into it.
David Corn Sweat.
Yeah, for Charlie, I can play
not who
Charlie
I'd pick.
Becker. I can play Charlie Becker.
You could do that.
I can play him.
Honestly, David Corn Sweat would be a solid Charlie Becker. Right?
It's pretty big.
I mean, I feel like you need a big dude. Obviously, we are trying we are not casting directors at all. Or we are not. We have zero experience in casting.
Made for a reason if we're casting Nick Cage as Kurt Signetti.
Dude, Nick Cage as Kurt Signetti is going to be one of the most electric movies of all time. I'm telling you, he could make it. It's not terrible.
It's bad.
It's terrible. Give me an alternate. Give me an alternate.
I don't have one. I'd have to think about it.
You want John Goodman as Coach Signetti?
Maybe.
Do you want Jeff Bridges as Kurt Signetti?
Man. Hey, man.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. John Turturro? Do you want?
You gotta give me time.
I know, dude, and I'm trying to. Like,
you're taking the cake out of the oven while it's still wet. You gotta let the cake bake. You can't just come out with a name immediately and call it a day. You gotta think about it. You gotta think tactically.
You know what? Let's just like Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell can be Kurt Signetti. We can just put a ton of prosthetics and stuff on him. They don't look anything alike.
I'll take Kurt Russell.
Let's just do it. Kurt.
You might be a little old.
He's a fantastic coach already. He's
a what coach?
He's kind of fantastic. Yeah. That'd be some movie though, right? But like, imagine if they shot that movie like Breaking Away. You know?
I have not seen Breaking Away.
You got to watch Breaking Away. For those that do not know, Breaking Away is it's a story. It takes place in Bloomington, Indiana during the Little 500, which is the massive bike race that takes place in Bloomington, Indiana University.
The greatest collegiate weekend of all time.
Exactly. Every weekend, or not every weekend, but you have a men's race and a women's race. It's huge. Like, all the organizations on campus participate, parties all week long. But this movie kind of shows the perspective of 4 townies that decide to race. It's a great coming of age story. But dude, imagine they make an Indiana football movie and it feels grounded and they're showing off Bloomington's campus. Like, wouldn't that just hit the spot? Wouldn't that?
That'd be wonderful.
You got to think about this too. Indiana's got the largest alumni out of any university in the country. You would think those alumni would be interested in an Indiana Hoosiers
Oh, they totally would.
movie like that. They would, dude. Imagine they get shown little bits of nostalgia. I mean, nostalgia just overflows as they're taking them through the campuses. You know, the players go to class once every 2 months. You know, just like I don't know.
I'd
Wishful
cry
thinking.
again. I'd cry again.
Wishful thinking there, but seeing the college town on the big screen would truly bring tears to my eyes.
Truly.
We'll have to when we get Hunter here, we'll have to do our fan casting of
That would actually be great. We should do
that. Would be fun. That would be fun. I feel like that'd be a good one. Maybe we could do that first weekend of football, or like
Right.
first for like opening weekend of college football. I feel like that would be fun to do a fan cast of the Indiana Hoosiers football team. Throw it up on the Instagram, the socials, see what
See what the people have to say about it.
dude, Nick Cage, everyone is going to love him. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be great. All right. Well, Charlie, do you have anything else you'd like to share with the people before
That's all I've
hop
got.
off? Dude, we got a fantastic week coming up. We got
a what
Toy
week?
Story. We got an incredible. We have a delicious week coming up. We have Toy Story, which Toy Story is getting great reviews.
I am not going
Great
to Toy
reviews.
Story. I'm saying it now.
What?
I despise the 4th one.
Do you think the 5th one could redeem itself?
With Bald
Charlie.
and Woody.
Charlie. If you are this
Bald.
if you were this upset by Toy Story 4, we need your opinion on Toy Story 5.
That's a good
We
point.
need someone with your
I'm out of town
expertise,
next
with your
weekend.
Okay. Well, that's okay. But hopefully Hunter and I can have a phenomenal discussion, sharing ideas about this movie. Also, Taylor Swift, dude, as of right now, people are saying that she might be leading for an Oscar for Best Original Song.
Oh, really? Has she won one?
No,
That would be kind of
This
cool
would-
if she
I think
won an
this-
Oscar.
I know.
They
it
would give
would
her
be cool.
20 minutes to give a speech.
And people are furious the fact that Taylor Swift could get an Oscar before Timothée Chalamet.
She's older.
That is true. I don't think by
She's like
No, I'm
late
tripping.
30s. Timmy's
she is.
early
She
30s.
is. Early 30s. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, we got Toy Story next week. I want to say The Death of Robin Hood also comes out with Hugh Jackman. So that's probably a game time
Oh.
decision on our part. But I already got my Toy Story 5 tickets. I got my Supergirl tickets. I got my Odyssey tickets. Charlie, did you get your Odyssey tickets? We weren't able to talk about this last week. I know I was about to we're about to head out. But I got you. No, you're
No, I didn't because I didn't realize they were dropping. You guys
Well,
were
there's still-
blowing up the group chat.
there's got to be some places that you can still go to see like opening
I-
weekend though, right?
I'm sure I'll be able to get tickets. But
Okay.
probably not in an optimal time or spot. But that's okay.
I will say it looks like the Cinemark 70mm in Chicago. Tickets don't look too hard to get there. So if you see it
All right.
once and you really like it, totally could go do that. Plus that place being open now, that's massive. Holy cow, you can go see Dune in 70mm at that place.
Where is it? I don't know where it is.
I think it's in a Chicago suburb, I think, but you can probably hop on the train to get there, right?
Oh, it's out there.
Ah.
Yeah, I could probably. I don't know if that's the public transportation I want to take, but I could probably.
Fair enough, Charlie. Fair enough.
I could figure out a way to get there. I'm sure.
Well, that is it, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging with us. If you had a great time, make sure to give us a follow. Follow us on all socials. Always posting some absolutely ridiculous stuff. Normally, just like
fire material.
Yeah, just some elite content. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.